Time went by really fast today. Made a few more. So I think also I want to make mini ones to make kind of like a sabiki. I'm not sure how that would do. But getting back to it, because I'm just going to have it playing on it, like on the side. And gonna make one with the grizzly. I think I'm just going to add them to the side. Let's see. Come on. Play first. What's happening? It's stuck. Okay. So just making a bunch of them really. Some more hooks. Gotta restart the DVD. It's so cold out there, but it's freaking boiling back here. Finally found a wool sweater. I actually found it last year, but at the tail end of winter. I had to dig it out. Ooh, my face is tired, if that makes sense. Let's see. I'm gonna have to... Let's just unfold my guess. All finicky. Alright. So I made 3 of the sparse deceivers. Hello, viewers. I did say I was gonna pop back on, and sometimes I say that, and I don't. I made 3 of the deceivers. I'll make another one, except I'm gonna add some grizzly to it, so I figured I'd do that on here. I was just kind of sitting around watching a little bit of the news, but that didn't last long. Just nothing good. Felt like a moose, but I wonder what's happening. Just won't let me get to the menu. I'll never forget when they stopped putting CD or disc readers in computers. I had like a cookout for Halloween one year, and asked a friend to make a mixed CD, yet they were unable to because there was not, yeah. I guess I didn't really keep up with tech at all. So this time I'm not gonna forget, because every time I make one I forget the grizzly feathers. Right. So, oh god, going backwards. Yeah, maybe just took it out of me. 1 out of 10 would not recommend. Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. So, making another deceiver. These are a little sparse, but I just want to get the order in which what is tied, like what, when, why, because I'm sure some feathers. Sure, it's gonna, yeah. Triple the materials. Nice full tails. I think I'm gonna do 4, because I'm gonna, no, maybe more. Oh, no, no. wool. Very effective material. Holy cow. Okay. And we're rolling over. Oh, that's not good. This is computer charger. Let me open this. I also just realized my phone's dead. Ass backwards. That's the. So, tying a fly, Abraham. Or, I'm sorry. Abdurman. Very nice. Haven't heard that name in a minute. Callum making some deceivers. Hello Charlotte and Thomas. Both really nice names. Top to the eve indeed. With mind melt news indeed. Holy trucks. It's just a few more days though, right? Of you know, heavy inundation. Few more days. I can't believe it. This just means time's. Can't seem to get a hold of them. They're very soft. Okay, not forgetting the grizzly this time. I'm trying to fall into a workflow, so. Oh, that's nice. I'll keep it at 4. So I really want to get a few to test and then start bulking them up a lot more. The shank, is that the shank of the feather at the end? Very thick. Okay. Seems alright. Okay. No, bad idea. Okay. It's no, not the shank. Words right there. The end bits of the feather. Very thick on these. Which is a bit of a pain. Like really thick. I cut them all at different lengths so they could kind of blend. So it's not just like a big lump of feather material. I'm gonna keep going down actually and bind all that. I have better feathers for this. Just getting the hang of it first. I plan on making bulk, so I trying to be gentle with how much I've been using for what I deem at least as practice. Some pearl crystal flash. And a little later than I thought it was. Today flew by for real, for real. Don't have many plans for tomorrow, don't think. Hopefully get to some water. Some crystal flash. And the last two, I can't seem to make two that look alike. So I'm trying to get it a little bit more uniform. Okay, so I'll go about up here. start adding the bucktail. Oh, it's just... Alright. Doesn't have a lot of white bucktail on it. They're very hit or miss, but it has plenty to get going. And I'm still going sparse, because I do want to make sure I have plenty to make, you know, enough to mess with. And I do want to do kind of like a sabiki style. I'm sure there's a bunch of different names, but like have 3 of them on the same line. Kind of look like a school of bait fish or something. Please. Ooh. Still sparse, but slowly, at least. Okay, now I have to think real quick. Trying to think, but oh shoot, how am I gonna clip? Oh, I have a clip somewhere. So trying to think of when to add the grizzly feathers. I guess I should do that now, honestly. Shoot. Let me think. I just saw a clip and I was like, a bad clip. Maybe that'll do. Huh. Yeah, it did do. Nice. Alright. I'll do one at a time. I guess about the length. The length of it. The same length as the tail. I don't know. Okay. Let me get this on. I think so. I see this grizzly in so many of the patterns and it's really lovely looking. Let me throw the other on. Okay. Maybe I should have trimmed, like measured out where it was gonna go and then trimmed it first. Like at least cut these. Okay. Up into those teeth, because those will grab it, right? Okay. Okay, good. Give it a trim, it's easier. Yeah, I really like how they're turning out. I am like really light on the materials, but just for a little bit longer. Like when I have the, I guess, I keep saying order of operations for lack of better terms. Okay, penetrator. I don't know if that's like a good thing to constantly do, but ooh, something on my eye. I just want them to be nice and strong. I really like it. Oh, yes. Now what? Oh, bucktail. So I really like it as is. I'll trim the crystal claw after. Oh, bucktail. So about like that. Kind of want to deviate a little bit from the ones that I tried previously. A little longer or something. These scissors are great. I meant to leave this open. That stuff is really definitely my favorite so far out of like the adhesives, I guess. I should try to put this upside down, but I already did the glue and I keep doing that. Shoot. Okay. Oh, you better hurry. Let me just make sure it's not long enough to meet the eye, because then I have to snip it when it's so close to. God, I like it. If we had trick-or-treaters in this area, I could have made flies. That would have been cool. I feel like the kids in this area would have benefited from that. Heavily, areas heavily like equestrian and fishing, and of course hunting. Hunting grounds right there. Okay, I'm seeing. Oh, I got a little. And like putting all these on this, or at least two. I don't know if that would work like that, but I could weigh them down. And another thing I was thinking, would it be a dumb idea to put a little piece of wire that stuck out, so you could put like a little piece of bait so it looks like a bait fish eating, and it could kind of like jitter and play. I don't know. Okay. We got there. More bucktail. I think I should have put this. Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna go under it. Kind of let it get forced out a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works a little better. I'm not sure. Such a thin amount of white on this. I've seen in the reviews though, like every tail seems to look very different, which understandably it is quite literally a tail. Okay, that's really sparse, but I'm putting the chartreuse on top. These are very personal, play with ones. If I'm able to make for anybody. My skills are a little better. I will be very, very full. Nope. I get up here before the glue dries, so it kind of squeegees it all in. Nice and tight. Okay. Really excited to get to a craft store to get some of those balsa wood. I'm sure that the model section has those. And like relatively sure. And because I didn't realize you didn't even need to whittle it or anything. You could use files to shape the balsa. It's very... I knew it was soft, I knew it was light, I've felt it before, but I've never worked with it. Trying to count 4. Gills. Okay, sorry for my staring so intense. Alright, and this, he said, cut right like by the hook opening, and I could jam in the hook, I guess. Which I wouldn't have thought of that. Doop. I just got, I really like the grizzly tail. Wow. So, I gotta remember to not pull the crystal flash because it's like stretchy. I'm really excited. Genuinely so. Some chartreuse bucktail. Just like saying that. Where did I cut from last? Oop. Oh, whole tail. I just can't get over it. And each fiber is so vibrant. Oops. Would the chartreuse be longer than the white? Ow. Let's see. Sorry. Thank you. I'm really stoked on this. I can't wait to use it for hackle. And I should probably try to make a woolly grubber, because that's one that I just need to buckle down and make a ton of them. Because that seems to be one of the ones that I use for pretty much everything out here. I just can't remember. I really gotta just doodle a little step by step to constantly look at. Alright. I mean, his feathers are quite poofy and stout. I think I was overthinking the feathers a little bit. Alright, almost there. He is applying the gills. Alright. Now let's see. I think it's a little longer. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I might have to recut some. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I think I'm just going to. I'm gonna put this grouping aside. I'll use that in the next slide. Just wanna nice and long. Try to cut as close to the Brazil, very nice. Do you ever go fishing, Marcos? Up there? So mountainous. That would be sick. I kind of like that one, but put that aside. Beard, make sure there's no hard to center a feather in it. Oh, for the beard. Holy truck, sick dapper. That probably like the last sentence I would. I guess can't really expect a sentence anyway, but this is wild to look down to. Not in a bad way. Oh. Shoot. Okay. Alright. Let me get this back a little bit. Can't wait to find someone with some deer hair out here. Just gonna wait because it's hunting grounds for deer across the canal, so it's one thing I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to buy unless I find someone out here selling some, or like local, or like anywhere interesting really. Just not on Amazon, I mean, because there are so many materials that I feel like I could be sourcing locally. Feathers now, that's like very hit or miss, but the fur I think would be very easy. And I did find a bunch of people. However, trying to get in contact with people has not been the easy part in that one. And anytime at the entrance of the hunting grounds, there's a whiteboard that has a tally of everything that's been caught that day. Well, not caught. Hunted. Acquired. Remember to really look at the other side, because a lot of my flies, one side, seems to not look very good. And I'm not sure if I should leave it like that or try to keep going back to put it down. I'm not sure on that. Because the water is going to do that anyway, right? And I still have to cement the heads of the other ones. But I'm really stoked on it. Got 3 little saltwater, well, big boys. Well, compared to all the other things that I've tied thus far. However, they all look totally different. And I mean, if you look at them, like they really are totally different. So trying to figure out how to get. Looks like he's going through a phase. I think I'm gonna call it. And we'll finish the, because the water's gonna push it back. Yeah, all right, right on. So I tried to put this directly on the like thing, but I made a mess. So, and I should have started a little more forward, I think. Ooh. That was the worst whip finish thus far. I think I'm just very excited. To add the grizzly, and it looks very looks very sparse, but I wet the feathers so they're completely bunched together. They'll be nice and full. And I'm gonna cement the head in UV resin, I think, so it's nice and like glossy and super durable. Kind of want. I plan on making a ton of these ones. I'll have it drying on that. Oops, tight. Yeah. I can't wait to see it in the water. I'll be able to get pictures and video of it. And I'll know exactly, because it'll be quite thin, I'm guessing. The grizzly with the white and the chartreuse is really nice. I probably wouldn't mind like a hat. I like those, they're not hats, I think they're called fascinators. And, you know, like the 40s, 50s, like the, not quite a hat, I'll just be kind of like a decorative top, like Slick Dapper's mom. I'm not gonna be able to, yeah. That is sick, in my opinion. I hit the microphone. Whoops. I hit the microphone. Turn the volume up to see, but then I noticed the microphone was not checked, or rather it was, just crossed out. And I'm just gonna keep making these until I understand completely. I put a hump on the back. I suppose I could, like, change up the color combinations. Oh man, I really like how it came out. Because the grizzly feathers took a long time. Got them on Amazon, however, they took pretty well weeks to get here. It was shipped through USPS, so it wasn't like on an Amazon truck. And had none in state. It came from Colorado, but there's some really nice shops there. Feathers broken. I think I'm gonna try to find. I have to go on a sewing group to ask, what is this called? Because I believe this would just be also called hackle feathers and fly tie. But for fabric stores, like, I can't imagine that was terribly expensive if it was on such a low quality article of clothing. So I'm thinking just start getting that. I didn't see any at Hobby Lobby. They had a pretty extensive fabric selection. But I definitely think this is going to be probably what I go through the most is hackle feathers. Not only for hackle, but 90% of the saltwater flies that my eyes are on all use hackle feather, white hackle for the tails. And they produce a lot of really satisfying movement. Just trying to get them in a... The only shame about these ones specifically, and they're from a fly tying, well, angler page, is the ribs. I think maybe that's it. The ribs. I'm trying to save this stuff, but since I dunk it, I'll stick to my hands. The ribs are really thick on them. Kind of a pain. And a lot of fluff. Which, they all have that, but... because they're so short, I can't really be as picky with, like... Or as, like, specific, I guess. I don't know. Okay, alright. Very thick. But wetting them helps a ton. Which... Can't really recall if I've seen that anywhere. The first time I saw it was on that saltwater DVD. I'm really thankful for even that tip alone. It's been pretty night and day. God, they're just so thick. I don't know if that's, like, good. I don't think it is. To cut at least that thick one and that one here to try to make a taper at least. The fluff is a little sloppy looking right now, but it does end up looking quite nice. I'll see if it moves a lot, and if they're totally useless, I'll I don't know what I'll do. Put them around town. I used to do that with drawings. Stash drawings in random places with notes on them. Okay. Pearl Flash. Another thing that it's like when you first move out on your own and you actually don't know what groceries that you use the most of, so you don't know what to. That is a bad example. Don't know what you personally use most of, and I still don't, but it produces such an intense, realistic, like, it blew my mind the first time I saw it. I'm not too familiar with a lot of this stuff yet, but it's a wise design. And then there's the half and half, which is half Deceiver, half Clouser's Minnow. Which I like the Clouser's Minnow a lot because it has the weighted eyes. And I get the larger lead. I got some larger lead because, or gonna get some larger lead because the other stuff is too thin for like the monster saltwater. Well, monster compared to the other ones. Yes, okay. I couldn't remember if I did the grizzly first or. Such a cool color combination. And that's proper skin, huh? Whoa, I gotta learn how to do that. I really do. Okay, so this time I'm gonna measure. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna put that because I've been waiting weeks to do this. It's awesome. It feels really good. This exact color combination. Oh, I forgot the feather. Just the grizzly with the chartreuse. Dear Lord. If I was still, you know, really into making clothes, I would definitely make I don't know, it's very, very nice on my eyes. And the pearl, like, opalescent, really neat. Excuse me. This is another part that I want to get a little better at, like keeping this nice and smooth. So tying deceivers, learning to tie deceivers. Made these earlier. They're a little sparse, but I'm just trying to get the order in which to tie. The tying like what, where, when, why down first a little bit more until, because I know I'm going to blow through materials. I really want to make bulk. So starting with that as like the first one to make bulk. And finally, it's still drying because I dipped the feathers in water to keep them stuck together. But with the grizzly, finally got all the individual elements, which I know they could be made like tons of different ways, but I really wanted to make the chartreuse with white, and thank you. I hope so. I'm looking forward to having a fish eat something that I made. That's good. That's wild to think about. And God, what a compliment that would be, having a fish. So I can't recall if every time I've through these, like, I wanted this more down, or I'll get from here because it doesn't have to be terribly long on this side. Yeah, I think that's good. And so I get a little better. They'll be way beefier. I still haven't found any bulk material spots though. I don't know how people get bulk. Like any wholesale. I just love the freedom of bulk materials. And since everything is so natural, it's been difficult to find like that, which, again, understandably. Shoot. Alright, good. Thought I lost it. Okay. Let me just put a little wedge, I think. Quite like this wedge. Crap. Oh, it gets so hard to see. Okay. It's just gonna drive me nuts. There's one. I'm sure there's more, but there's one that I can see. Has anyone sailed before? That's another thing I always deemed too complex. Not like too complex, but like too complex in a way that I wouldn't want to do it like by myself, or like, because I feel like that's like, it's complexity where everything is very important at any given time. And sailing is always one of those things that kind of scared the heck out of me, to be totally honest. But the more I live, the more that, I don't know, I want to know more about it. Being able to sail on the wind is pretty wild. Very efficient. Try to get all these little bits. I just want to make sure the bucktail doesn't go anywhere. Especially if it gets bit. Okay. And some gilly boys. I think I might have enough over here. A little bit of both. I'm hoping I have I think a pretty good name. I reopened my Etsy, but I didn't list anything. And I really want to wait until I could at least get them out just so people could test them. Like their durability and see what I have to change. My whole life I made and sold jewelry, usually out of like scrap or vintage. And just couldn't really keep doing that. But I really wanted to make something. It was around the same time I decided that fishing is probably gonna be like the main activity I engage in for the rest of my life. Life is just, you know, you gotta keep it good. And none of the supermarkets near me will stock any form of Florida fish. And we have some of the best fishing, so. Natural evolution. But I do hope to sell eventually. Maybe have like a little table at a green market downtown or at the pier. Would be nice. Well, quite a small hometown that does a lot of markets and stuff. Yeah, I made, it's also sparse, but Captain, what's his name? It's in this book, I can pull it up in. It's a mangrove snook fly. It only took a few materials. There's not a lot of places that sell hand-tied, flies in my county, and it used to have such a hold on the area, seeing old articles and stuff like that. But a lot of the flies are super simple and really satisfying. I think this kit, and it came with all the tools, was like 25 bucks or something. I've been meaning to look this up anyway because I keep referencing it. It's just my favorite one I made thus far. I think that's why I like it a lot. Seriously intense what would you say, like variety. The ocean here has like a ton of variety to begin with. And are you in Florida? On the southeast coast here, Palm Beach County. Where is it? It doesn't have like an index in the back. It might in the other copy. But I'm more than happy to try any pattern. I kind of get lost looking for new patterns to try because it's so endless. There's a few, let's see. And I think these saltwater flies, well, I'm going to be fishing them with the spinner reel. Because I don't have, and I don't know what makes a good saltwater fly setup. Like how strong the pole has to be. I can imagine quite strong. There's some big boys out there. Real big fish. Co got one of thought it was a shark, but it was a tarpon. Huge tarpon. Rounds. Almost like, have you seen tuna? Tuna is, I think, one of the most intense looking fish. They look like metal blimps, and they have intense fish. Where is this thing? Some of these are just so clever, is that it? Oh, I am an idiot. I found the table of contents. Whoops. Alright, Jim Grace, Captain Jim Grace. This book is brilliant, and the newer copy, which feels like it has more patterns in it, it's like $4 on eBay. There's a ton of copies of it. It's just Lefty Cray's saltwater flies. And it's his designs as well as a lot of other people. And it's a very all-encompassing book for this area. Yeah, mangrove stuckfly. But see, it looks totally different. Trying to get there. I haven't learned how to add the weed block yet. Nice tarpon. The only tarpon that I really like know that it was a tarpon that I hooked was not too long ago. It was the first time, and the first time, see, I grew up fishing. However, for the last few years, I haven't gone once, and I usually just went with my dad. I just kind of decided that I regret not doing that for my whole life, so I better start now. And my knot failed. It just slipped open like I forgot what the knot is called, loops, and it failed, and so quickly just like threw something else on it and threw it back out, and it had to have been the same fish. Actually, again, it breached the water and spat it out like a cartoon character. And that's the only time I hooked one that I like know for a fact. Only because that's what everyone on the pier was saying. Lake Worth Pier is really nice. Are you in Florida? You used to live in Long Island. Fort Myers, nice. Nice. A friend of mine just moved up there, and it looks beautiful. Tons of nature. Catch turtle fly. That is sick. So, may I ask, what kind of rod and reel setup do you have for that? Because it's very expansive, and I just Lefty's glass minnows, a good snowflake. Yeah, I've been meaning to try the glass minnows. I couldn't get the mono to stay. It just is. I think the one I have is just too thick. But those are really nice looking. Those are the crazy Charlies I like a lot. I acquired some of Lefty's lures that he tied himself. This is actually his bobbin holder, and there's one. I just made the easiest one first. I'm trying to retie all of them, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. I used mono, but it's so thin you can't see it. It doesn't really give that glass effect. But oh, my hands are filthy. I've been touching glue all day, but really stoked on it. This is it. The only one I tried tying thus far. It's supposed to be that one. Very simple. Really simple. Really excited to bring him to Blue Heron here in Riviera Beach. The hurricanes. Hey, they get well, when everyone's fine afterwards, it's nice. Not only the shells it brings in, but like the different atmosphere and fish too, of course. Wow, that's intense. really don't understand how people can maintain fly tying materials. Holy crap. I fish, but I don't hunt. I might have to though. Gotta get some bucktail. I live across the canal from hunting grounds. My goal is to trade with hunters eventually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dying to check out bonefish fishing. I've never fished for him specifically. The flies I plan on making extensively, they all look like really satisfying ties. And beautiful fish. And it would just be sick fishing on the... I've never been down there in the Everglades or Keys or anything like that. I'm born and raised in Florida. I've never been to the Keys though. Or a spring for the same matter. But every inch of this state is gorgeous, so as long as I'm here, I'm not missing nothing. Just haven't got there yet. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Well, there's chartreuse. I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, I'm so excited to test these though. And then, yeah, more than happy to send out any, so please do feel free to, I guess I should start putting my email in the thing, because not everyone's on Facebook, and I almost said offer up, jeez. Not everyone's on Facebook or Instagram. But I'd like to get to where you get some feedback from I get all those little poking out buddies. Okay. Oh. This thread is perfect for these larger. I'm not familiar with the sizes yet. Like the difference between... God, I already forgot what this thread size is called. It's a whole nother world. And if anybody is interested in getting flies tied by Lefty Cray himself, his daughter listed a bunch on Facebook. If you look up All the Best for Lefty Cray, it's a Facebook group and they're legit. Very, very kind woman. What happened? I was supposed to do that. Yeah, I don't think I know how to really whip finish. Because sometimes it just gets a little weird. Why did that do that? I gotta troubleshoot my whip finish. coat it with that penetrator. And then when that's done drying, I will put UV resin on it for a nice, hard, shiny, sturdy head. There's another. Last night. Oh, hello. Thank you, Ewas. Thank you very much. Good bucktail is expensive. Yeah, these were 15 bucks, I think. And Hairline Dubbin, that's the only brand I really know. And I did manage to get some grizzly feathers I'm really excited about. I've never had feathers like that. Who's still attached to the bird itself. I didn't know they had a variety pack that was like $2 cheaper, and a bag absolutely packed. Next time. But yesterday made some poppers. Not sure, this one isn't finished, and really want to learn how to target bass. I caught my first bass yesterday. It was a largemouth bass, and I caught on a big red worm. But after peacock bass, I just really want to see the false eye and the really bright orange with the green. It's such a nice, like, classic looking fish, and I never caught one. My whole life, saltwater, I don't know if I've even been freshwater fishing besides the last couple of months, which is nice. I do have a fish brain, which is like fishing Facebook, I guess you could say, or Instagram, and it's been nice because it does remind me of Pokemon a little bit, but it's sweet because you can log all your catches and see what months were good months, and really nice. And it still looks a little, you know, derped out, but when it dries, it'll be nice and fluffy in the tail area. I got two. Very excited. Got them drying on this. I just love that color combination. It's simply really nice. The white and black with the like white and chartreuse. And the red, of course. Really like that color combination. And when they're wet, I have little fish bodies. But I have to go harder in every material. This is just to not run out before I'm able to tie them more. Just know exactly what I'm doing and why, I guess. Like, those are both totally different. The heads look are totally different. A blue bucktail look with, oh, blue. I think I might have a blue one saved in my cart too. It was another hairline one. If there are any other brands to keep an eye out, I have been just sticking with Amazon because ease, but I really like Complete Angler. They have points, like the more you like, you get a point back for every dollar, like Papa John's points or something. So that's been nice. And anywhere that's just like easy, where the main like drawback I've been running into is shipping. Shipping gets wild, but a lot of times on Amazon it's free shipping because of Prime. But yeah, as I slowly get a little bit more tactily like better, I really want to try to get bulk, because I could sit at this desk forever tying these. I really could. And I mean, I did the same with jewelry, however, you can only really wear jewelry or, you know, hang it on something, and if it doesn't sell or you don't know anybody that, like, it's a good gift for, it just kind of sits there. And a lot of the materials for jewelry making is just, they're really just cheap these days, so the metal corrodes, and it'll look totally different like a week after you make something. Like the metal will turn green. They breathe in the water when you... Oh, wow. Okay. When you strip them. They breathe in the water. I really like how... I think the reason why I fell so hard for... I've been trying to stick to... not trying to stick to, but just, been... Lefty Cray, like, is just really prolific, so I keep, like, referencing him. And, so much, information in one place. And, the deceivers, seeing them underwater, and this part going, and I believe that, like, fluffy part will look like it's pulsating a little bit, and then that becomes the It's brilliant. I still can't get over the image of, like, you thinking it's a bait fish, like some fatty little thing, and then you go to bite it and just kind of, like, disintegrates. Oh. They breathe in the water when you strip. Oh, I'm sorry. I talk a lot. Kind of, shoot. I made some other guy. And it helps me make a woolly bugger, but I gotta make more. But I feel like maybe I should try to make one of these. That's something I'd be able to use tomorrow. Gotta try to get back to the canal. I caught the bass yesterday, and I'm still reeling off of it. And, big. I don't know how people hold them. Their teeth are really sharp. But, I read for poppers. I don't really have any, like, worm materials. Rubber bands. And worms, but... across the canal, too, is swamp, and they have, like, stocked ponds. Taught us of a lot of panfish. And, then peacock bass. They're so pretty. I can't... Let me just get some coffee. Yeah. I was seeing little spots from the light, and I looked down at the feathers, and I looked at the black ones. Clear as day, it looked like red speckle feathers. Let's see. What time is that? Yeah, kind of later than I hoped for, but time really just flew by. Yeah, I need a lot more bucktail. It's just so sparse. And there's a good amount. It said something about being able to cut down these stripes to separate the colors, but I'm too afraid to do that. Very, very interesting. It's so frustrating, I'll be real though, because right across the canal is hunting grounds, and it's Buck City, and boar, turkey, and there's a gut pile. I have not been able to find it, but the boots come very soon, and I'll be able to trek back there further, because hundreds of vultures in just like an alley of bones. Is wild looking, but further back is the gut pile, and that's where the hunters drop off any refuse, and I could bring a bucket of salt and maybe some bags and gloves to try to collect some fur, feathers, and that kind of thing. So I could start resourcing some local materials and learn how to sanitize it all and stuff like that. I read comments often. I have a bad habit of not looking down enough, really. On Kinto, like, when I learn how to do the streams through that, I'll be able to hear the comments because I'll read them out. In an AI voice, or robot voice rather, but sometimes I start rambling and I forget to look down. Baby tarpon will eat the black and purple one. Oh, really? Nice. Made these bluegill killers from fat-fingered fly tire, but I lost one. And it's probably the simplest one. And it swam so nice. I didn't get any bites on it. But to be fair, I didn't test it very long. Hopefully soon. If you checked out Kinto, it's any of the pixel art that I've ever made is in there. And if you make pixel art, please feel free. It's genuinely quite fun to poke around with pixels. Ace Bright, I believe it's free. It's like paint software, but for pixel art. Yeah, I haven't been looking at them. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna go fishing. Went yesterday. I don't know if. I'm still really excited about that. I've never caught a bass before. It was big, I think, and I'm not sure if it was big. Really good. I streamed. I lived far from the downtown area and didn't see a single trick-or-treater, and most of the Halloween decorations were already long since put away because a few weeks ago tornadoes ripped through the area, and so not many people put the decorations back out afterwards. Somebody put, I forgot what it was, but I thought their mailbox got tarred and feathered. I'm not even exaggerating, but it turned out to just be like some festive Halloween wrap. I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to be specific. For some reason, I'm rotten at Modern Warfare 2, which that's what I started with, but I don't know why. I like the heck out of it though. I am not very good, but I'm not very bad. I'm playing well, like a cup of coffee or crossword puzzles. Before that, I played Assassin's Creed Origins, but mainly for the ancient Egyptology. Like, it was really nice, and it was really nice. I actually found it watching Egyptian documentaries, and eventually finally realized that they were just showing gameplay, and that was a game that existed. And before that, it was just like PS1 games from over 2 decades ago. Yeah, Tomb Raider and I play Call of Duty just about every day. Sometimes I go a few days without playing, and then I start tanking real hard. But I pretty much play every day. It's as soon as I wake up, I try to force myself on a game because it usually takes me like hours to feel awake. However, you just force yourself in a quick game, and it's not like, you know, a lot of people play it, so there's always people online. It's the only live game I really know of, and it's cross-console. Did not realize my phone's dead. Yeah, it still has charge. Battery backup. So, I actually do put the Activision ID in the description. Well, it's gonna be a little uneven. The chargers in there. Hello, Sergio Chavez. Or Chavez. Oh, I'm so stoked on these. I just love that color combination. Can't get over it. And the grizzly feathers are worth the wait, even though I wish I got a whole bag. Don't do that. I mean, they're very Gucci, very nice, but I don't mind if they're a little crumpled up. Shoot. Whole bag, every color. Whole chunks of birds, quite frankly. But yeah. And hopefully tomorrow I just a little bit more comfortable tying them, so I can start tying them properly with more material. It's got a good amount, got me a little amount. Got 3 tiny deceivers and 2 also quite small deceivers, but with the grizzly in a takeout container. Oh man, I'm really excited there. Never got that level of excitement with like regular craft supplies. I really haven't. I mean, I've gotten excited, but this is different. Let's see. Oh, that? No, my mom. That's my mom. Back in the day, there was a guy that would sit downtown and paint these portraits, and I guess he was quite quick because she said she was just standing there for a second, it seems. And I think 70s, Lake Worth, Florida. Yeah, I'm glad I finally got that. I one on my aunt, but it's a little covered. It's a pastel drawing. I was so jealous of when people had like paintings and portraits framed on the wall of ancestors, right? But a little creation station. I'm converting into a fishing den. I'm not even exaggerating. I did arts and crafts my whole life, so I have ample art supplies and craft supplies. And one thing that I haven't tried yet, which I'm sure it's been done, but using polymer clay to make like body shapes, because you can bake that right on a hook, and it's quite strong. And you could also coat it with resin, and also glass. I don't have the stuff for it. I have the glass, but how people do like lamp work or glass beads, that, but on a hook. I'm sure that's been done also. However, some of the supplies that I already have that could merge with hook decorating, if you will. It's late, I'm a little all over the that's pretty much it anyway. Let me get coffee. I just need more milk in it. Man, I just want to keep tying them, but then that goes against the... I don't understand how people do this? They must have been selling bucktails on every street corner back in the day. Cause like a lot of the videos I watch are maybe late 80s, early 90s, and the Lefty Cray stuff especially is hard to contend with. I do have this one. Which I just don't know. It's definitely the same. So that's nice to know that it is a bucktail. It's kind of not exactly 100% sure. Oh, got a good amount to. I just haven't made it to the coast at all to test any. And the last one I did test was made with this EP fiber. It's very stiff. There's not minimal movement. It's a candy stick, but very little movement. Like in water, no movement. It was just kind of like, which it looks good. It was kind of nerve-wracking. I was trying to take pictures of it, which I probably won't do very often because there's tons of barracuda and it's good flash. The barracuda are very used to people, but I'm not that naive. Barracudas are very, you can't predict their behavior, and they're extremely fast. Insanely fast. There's tons of barracuda needlefish, which I've seen needlefish charge their food before, and really intense. Just wish there was a shop near me. See the stuff in person, feel it, because then I could know better what to substitute with. Like, wigs might be good for synthetics, and it might be thinner than this EP fiber. It definitely has more movement, and I used to have a few. So using glass beads is useful? Yeah. And which is sweet, because I have like insane amounts of beads. I really do. I haven't really busted any out yet, besides like this is a bead from a like an 80s necklace. And it broke. Just brass. Ostrich pearl. I don't know how it's gonna move, but one of the first ones. And this is the same bead, and just painted it and then sealed it in resin to make sure the color doesn't go anywhere. I do want to do jigs. I have some pulled out actually. Like these. And I did get lead wire. It's just a little too thin. And I do have a few copper beads for really small ones. But yeah, I do. And this will probably be best. It's the thickest. I have some of the rubber legs, which look really nice on. And just gotta land on a pattern, I guess. And marabou. Yeah, I could do this, no problem. I don't know exactly how to tie them on, but I just look up a video. And I got a few different sizes of them also. I pulled out some big ones too, just to have some ready, because I do like those. Any buck tail? Yeah, it's literally a tail. And it's very hit or miss. Like the green one is huge compared, or chartreuse. The hairline is the only brand I know. And I do see them on, I gotta get a little bit more clever, because Facebook filters messages if you're not friends with someone. So I think a lot of my messages just fall by the wayside. and that's why I haven't gotten a lot of responses, because there's a lot of hunters, and they have a lot of bucktails that they don't put to use in any way. And yeah, animal parts. I'm really looking for animal parts, and I usually like look for. I used to make a lot of stuff that have like teeth and stuff. Still have a few pieces. Bullet shell jewelry. I thought I would sell like hotcakes out here, but there's not enough markets. And the one market is just too early in the morning, it ends too early, so it just kind of ends up being everyone's family members hanging out for a few hours. But there's all kinds of tails. Calf tail, I guess that's the two I know of thus far. Rabbit fur. I see that used a lot and used as zonker strips, which I have a few, I haven't used them yet. There's so many patterns. Yeah. In one aspect, fly tying is very ADD friendly. In another aspect, it is very much not ADD friendly. It is overwhelming to the highest degree possible. Zonkers? Nice. Okay. Do you know any of the names of because I have a few patterns that look simple enough. It's just, I guess, hard to conceptualize. And there's so many patterns. I think the hardest part is choosing like a pattern to make, because I am working based off patterns until I have more clarity on I'm able to match colors from one pattern to like a more localized version, but as far as like making something from scratch, I probably won't be there for a while. So I've been working on patterns, and there's literally centuries worth of patterns. It's wild. And using twitching jigs. Let's see what that is. Okay. This is essentially. See, I grew up calling those lures with the marabou feathers in the back and the jig head bucktails, even though now I know that's marabou. But it's essentially that with the zonker strip in the back. Very cool, yeah. Yeah, I can make that. So I wonder what that's supposed to replicate. The zonker strips. I guess just a moving tail or a moving body. Because they seem really effective. I was watching a video, the guy essentially just put a zonker strip on a hook and produces a ton of movement. Like that twitchy movement. It's so sick because the supplies here are like strategic to a whole nother level than like regular crafting or beads and stuff. All the materials there behave differently too, but it's just wild. It just pisses the fish off. Oh wow. LEDs would be sick. I was thinking of if there's a UV LED, could and fly fishing is looking at these bobbers that are clear, and if it could get just something that attaches to the line or floats above it that is UV light, because a lot of this stuff is UV reactive, and the light doesn't have to be very close to it in order for it to be glowing intensely. And I got some glow-in-the-dark stuff too. But the UV reactive stuff. Even like, you know those like pool lights that float? Even one of those just like floating above where you're fishing, I don't know if that would be, because you could attach that with a thing and have it like under the pier or something. Oh, yeah, I guess of course they would have the features here of fishing. I can't get over it because I never really watched a lot of like modern media, and the footage of the fish underwater that like people get, but also all the technology is astronomical. To a Dodger when trolling. I really they ban see, when I was a kid we used to use balloons to get. Okay, that's, oh, okay. A Dodger. I see people finding those under the water, but I've never seen them in action. Trolling a tractor. Very neat. Yeah, I didn't know what those were called at all. I see divers going down for them. Not here, but on YouTube. I'm trying to find the rigs. Okay, there. Set up. Oh, wow. I was looking at plane fishing because I was gonna try to get my dad one. And, is that similar? No. Or is this just Flash? And, like, go wild under there? I never really seen the planer things either. I saw them hanging in a tackle shop, so really rung the curiosity. This tackle shop on Blue Heron, I've never seen them in person. Reels that are like the size of your head, I've never seen them in person. But they had these big flat metal things and turned out to be planers. Yeah. So, yeah. Ultraviolet LED. Because there's those floating things they put on hot tubs or pools and stuff. Just to put a rope on that so it doesn't flow away and it's pointed. Because a lot of the stuff is UV reactive. I don't think I have any resin bits. Like, okay. That's UV reactive. And a lot of the flashes too. Yeah, and the new thread. It's so bright, wow. I don't know if the camera really captures it. Wow. But a lot of this stuff is UV reactive. So I've been thinking about that for a while now. Oh, I didn't think about that. I did not think about that at all. Gee. Interesting. That's sick. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I gotta watch something on how fish see color. Especially when choosing colors. Really interesting. Guess that makes sense. Everything is UV reactive. And, like a lot of the coral is UV reactive. My cousin used to make coral tanks. And, immense. This is so cheap. Man, try to make a I have ice dubbing, but in dark water, darker. Oh, interesting. Is it because the movement alone is and silhouette, or is that just like what would be in deep dark water? So that would be what a fish expects to see. Really interesting. Excuse me. This makes some sick earrings. Just gonna say that now. I know, someone mentions how fly ties weren't stoked when feather earrings became, it swept the, I've been paying attention to, I guess, fashion trends, if you will, pretty much my whole life, and, even old eras. It's just interesting what becomes, like, a staple for any given era, and, good way to trace time, because everyone wears clothes. And styles do change. And, the early 2000s, people were attaching feathers to everything. And now, feather, like, hair extension sort of thing. So, these feathers, I mean, granted, the ones I was seeing are super long. I mean, there's some long ones on here. But really long ones are like over $10 for just a few little feathers. They just can't really tell what it is. They just want to eat or kill it. Right on. Yeah, ever since I heard someone mention the movements, because the movements produce a lot of sounds in themselves. It's really interesting. And, I'm putting a little bit more thought into it because of picking color combinations. And, sometimes, like, my instinctual, like, thought process doesn't line up because there's a lot of stuff like that I don't think of. Yeah, no, they definitely aren't as stupid as they appear to be. Fish are real smart. And, yeah, God, the footage coming out, like, watching the one on bass, it's the most notable one, like, video I've seen in the last few weeks. And, just any fish really going for bait, and, like, the clear, like, they have that, like, moment of, like, fuck it, and just, like, goes for it, but, like, they really think about it, they investigate it, and some just, like, are like, oh, there's no way. Nice try, but not really. The footage is just ridiculous. I watch videos on fish, investigating stuff forever. There's this guy, Paul DeBill, Paul, Pauldabill, I believe, photography, and he gets a lot of underwater footage, especially of this area in Palm Beach County, and it's been really nice to see localized footage like that. Like, food escapes for them that will readily hit more often. Right on. Yeah, the footage, you can learn a lot from watching them. It's just, I've never seen that, and, like, the bass fishing specifically, they pick up the food and, like, will readjust it to get it in a perfect position to eat completely. So you wait a few seconds, you don't just, as soon as you feel a bite, try to set the hook, because it's a lot of times trying to, like, adjust it, which, never thought about that, and that's really sweet, because I can't really conceptualize what's going down there, like, really, and, the underwater cameras and underwater photography is just, like, life-changing, honestly. I'm not even exaggerating. I should probably make another, so 3 of each. Really gotta start getting more ballsy with the materials. I don't know though. That might produce a nice shape. Just like a skinny fish. And there's definitely a ton of patterns. Because now with that last, where the grizzly feather unlocked a ton. And tomorrow I have to try to dye some stuff. Not a necessity, but I was gonna dye half the white foam and at least a piece of the white craft fur with coffee to see how that works. It'll produce a nice tan. I used to like dye fabric that way. And I don't know if feathers pick up coffee. Regular dye, I'm sure, but coffee, and I'm not sure if feathers would keep a hold of the color, but the craft fur might, and I feel like the foam definitely will. Still gotta watch some. I just can't picture what a saltwater setup looks like. It must be a beast. I had no idea how light fly rods were, featherweight, like bird bones. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Look out like a bird. Out of milk. But you know what? That's why it's really good to have canned milk. It might sound weird to some, and some not so much at all. But canned evaporated milk. Yeah, evaporated milk. Condensed milk is the sweet one. I was wondering something similar, other food source that is commonly available with the bonefish, because the bonefish flies, and I've heard a few fly tyers say they're not sure what they're supposed to signify, along with Lefty Cray himself. They're very, like, shrimpy, odd, and I could just picture them, like, seeing and being like, ooh, what's that? Chomp. Because they're quite different. A lot of the other ones I could see exactly, like, not exactly, but like how they would, their profile would look when wet, like a proper bait fish. And some stuff is like the movement, I guess. Those are some silly looking things in here. Oh, that's a nice shrimp. That's a nice shrimp. That one too. The pheasant feather. Quite a few. Real, yeah, the yarn flies. When I start at the beginning. There's some. Needlefish. There's another shrimp that's just out of this world. I do want to make more of the... I thought for sure the white bucktail was going to be, like, have more white on it. Everything freaking takes the stuff. Well, I mean, a very wide variety of materials. The seducers. There's another shrimp. And the blonde ones. I do want to make these two really, really old school. Joe Brooks. Classic. From what I gather. And what it states. See, that's nice. Got everything for that. I love these bait fish. Because you could just picture how they would look. Like, what? That's a proper fish. Calf-tail beard, I'm guessing. Stoked. Oh, it's so pretty. I do want to make some earrings because just to have also with. I plan on having a little table in which I sell bait and lures. It really is. So this one was a little harder to find, the one that's spiral bound. However, oh, I guess it is still in the room. There's the newer copy. Seems like there's more patterns in it also, like some added, and it's $4 on eBay, and it's just saltwater fly patterns, compiled by Lefty Cray himself. That guy. Got the DVD. I'm trying to get the other ones, but waiting for more listings. I have an alert on eBay. They're listed quite a lot. I think Bass Pro put them out. The blue grizzly and bucktail's just ridiculous looking. I love that color. See, there's Zonker strips. I have black and white, indigo, and I believe like a brown. Such cool color combinations. Nice shrimpies. Probably gonna get close to the... Gosh, it's just so perfect. And the bonefish fly, there's one in particular. Oops, sorry. I tried to tie that guy a long while ago. One of the first ones I tried, actually. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to make the weighted eyes for. That and the Clouser minnow. Those seem to be pretty. The Clousers seem to be pretty utilitarian. I mean, they all are, but I really like this one. Because you know that's gonna get down there. Downsize some of those. I bet they'll work for... Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's kind of gonna be the plan for it. I have these muddier things. I really want to make small deceivers for out here and see how they do. Okay, so the shrimp's coming up. It's freaking so clever. Can't get over it. Really nice color combinations. That's another one I really want to try. Guessing just one line of mono with the eyes built up. Just really clever use of materials in their natural state. Yeah, that shrimp is one of them. Gorgeous. Dear Lord, that would do so well at Blue Heron. And it's got the weed guard. I just gotta start learning how to add those, because that's gonna change everything. Granted, Blue Heron, it could just jump in the water and grab it. Or unhook it from, because that's the ideal swimming spot too. It has been closed though, so there's that. I got some of these by Lefty Cray not too long ago. It's really nice seeing him in person. That shrimp too. Oh, God, I love the shrimp. Yeah, the shrimp would probably work for it. I mean, when you're at the bait shop, they call it candy. Everything eats it. Shrimp does really well, and I can never get good shrimp. It's always mush. So I either take this little fork with me and straight up cook the shrimp. Not even kidding, with a torch lighter. We'll sit there in the corner, hiding from the wind, cooking shrimp. It doesn't look suspicious at all. And the other way is salting it, but you gotta remember to do that early, because it takes a while for it to get tough and rubbery from the salt. And 30 pound. Okay, good, I have 30 pound. Yeah, because everything was too thick to make glass minnows. It just unraveled, but I didn't really think about the weed guard. That puts it all to use, really. I collect a lot of the fishing line at the piers if there's a good amount of it, because I've been using it for eyes, and then that way I could keep my spools of line intact. Because I'm in experimentation mode, so stuff goes quick. Oh, what's that? Kind of 5. A fur eel. Mink fur. Wow. I got some coats that are falling apart. Where's the shrimp? Gotta find the shrimp. I like this one too. Really wise use of negative space. Just wild. The cut fish open reminds me of a video I just saw. Jaime video. A guy showing the most humane way to off a fish. Yeah, another one of those clever shrimp boys. Very nice. And he's like talking about how it's like pain-free, this and that. And then he just cuts a live crab straight in half with scissors. It was too funny. But to be fair, he was talking more about the taste. That's the shrimp. It is so perfect. Make that on any side. Yeah, that's the fun about it too. Like, freshwater, I never really looked at bugs in their relationship with fish before, because there's not a lot of things jumping off the surface of the ocean like out here. And gosh, I've been getting quite into entomology just by trying to figure out what these things want to eat out here. Thankfully, the bass don't seem very picky. They seem to just like something lively and in a wide arrangement of shapes and colors. Ah, that's shrimp. Nice. Oh, are we back at the start? Whoops. It's just such a perfect freaking shrimp. I love this book. But oh shoot, it's not charging. Oh, it's 15%. Gonna be uneven still. Is the charger sticking out? It really is. Always looking for more books. I can't get over how affordable they are on eBay, and a lot of the bookshops have thousands of books listed within them, and they'll have like buy two get one free, buy three get one free. So a lot of these books are like $5 tops, and then you get a few of them and then you get one free. So I was able to get a nice little, power goes out a lot, it's South Florida, and a nice little harvest of information. And God, they have a book on everything. I've been looking through the Fly Tying Materials book to get better acquainted with how to know how to handle a bird if you come across one for its feathers, and it's way simpler than I thought it was. It really is. A little gnarly, but you know, someone's got to do it, and someone does do it. And they charge $25 per wing. To be fair, they're glorious feathers. But I do live in Florida, and there's quite a lot flying around, and quite a lot of coyotes and cats. And yeah, YouTube is, I'm more than happy to be here. I've used YouTube my whole life. Could learn just about everything on it. And see just about anything done. Highly recommend fishing though. It is, I mean, all my poles were jacked by my uncle and creature lady, but I just went to Walmart and grabbed the first pole I saw. It came with a little tackle box. It was $50, but it was on sale for like 30, and wow, used that for months. And then started hoarding a little bit. Where are they? Oh, there's one. Did I leave outside? No, I didn't. No. Thought I left it in the bike for a second. But my favorite is the lightweight, and that was $25 brand new on uglystick.com. Free shipping. Oh yeah. I mean, it's pink, but and the reel kind of shitty, but it's 33 Zebco. My old 33 is real nice compared to that. The new one is just plastic, but it's $11 fully loaded. It's smooth, nice. Looks like Kodak, like an old Kodak like camera piece or something. Really smooth, but I'm like really attached to it. So when I'm just farting around out here, I just use that reel with 8 pounds. This I have to re-spool anyway. I'm not sure what to put on it. And I gotta re-glue the emblem because it's popping off and I don't want to lose it. Quite like it. It's all metal. Well, no, it's not. It's just, it feels sturdy compared to that one. This one is god awful. And the action, not the action, what is that called? What is this? It's a hunk of shite. That sounds nice. I did get a little combo, because I got matching ones, to learn fly fishing so I could start testing with small flies. However, so I haven't got the hang of it. I meant to take it out today. I just gotta take it out daily. Yeah. I've been looking. Hunting grounds right across the street. Hundreds of acres of prime hunting grounds. And just gotta find someone online or that checks their Facebook a little more often, because I think that's another reason why I haven't gotten many responses. I did post in the local hunting group and quite a lot of people responded. However, getting like a second response, I think it's just, I haven't really been able to connect long enough with anybody to get some feathers. And had beaver fur, or is it seal fur? One of those offered. However, connection died out. But I'm ready for some fur, and it should, as soon as I find like access to it, I know I'll like be flooded with it. So like deer fur, I really want to learn how to use that to make the structural kind of like a pom-pom, if you will. You tie it really tight and then you kind of makes that structure indescribable. It just reminds me of making pom-poms. I used to have to make pom-poms a lot. Attach them to anything festive. I actually just, well, not just, I did it a while ago. Found a lamp. Oh, so I put the rest of the pom-poms that I made in there because I didn't know what else to do with them. But I used the books I was able to get. Imitative fly tying materials, dirt cheap. And that LL Bean freaking salt, oh my god. It's extensive. It's small, but it's extensive. Like, Lefty Cray is just, he has a way of putting down the information necessary in a way that it's not blanketed by anything else. It's just pure information. It's incredible. It's made it possible because I get a little distracted a little easily. It makes it very easy. And every day I come across a new book that he wrote. Recently found out he made a whole little library. It's called Lefty's Little Library. Dude was prolific. I don't know how people like make enough time appear to get so much out there and insane, and test it all and compile it all, find it all to compile. It's ridiculous. And really grateful that he centered his life around it. It's not only can I learn, but generations to come, it's forever information. And really neat. Pet groomers, yeah. I haven't messaged any pet groomers yet, but that is brilliant, brilliant. I was gonna use some of Church's fur, but he's a male dog, so he's got like extra like oils in his fur or something. It did not feel nice. It didn't. Probably wouldn't need any dubbing wax to dub with those. It's gnarly. But I think I just gotta get a little ballsier asking people, because I live in a equestrian area, so, and half agricultural, so every house is like also zoned for agriculture. So a lot of people have chickens, goats, pigs. I have some of my pigs bristles in paradise, but I'm gonna wait until my skills are a little better, not only with tying but also with fishing with whatever I tie, so I don't lose them, because I'd totally jump in a lake to get my blue shame and bomb. Gosh, I wonder what that would look like. He's got really dense hair, so I kind of need to figure out a way to, especially come during the summer, because he's got really dense fur. And my cat, it can eat a snake. Well, the cat, I should say. I've been also collecting her for just some brushes and stuff. It's highly useful. I rented a book a long time ago called Crafting with Cat Fur. It was a Japanese book. Might have been Korean. I'm not sure. It was like 15 years ago. But yeah, I gotta do the pet groomer thing. Because for dubbing, that's That's ideal. I can make a lot of body like that. Because I already have flash and stuff. What is a Sharpay? Oh. Why didn't I know that? Wow. Where are they from? Origin. I guess the name, right? Yeah. I was gonna say the name sounds or looks Asian. In ancient China. I did not know that. Can't stop looking at them. Really, really intense creatures there. I like those Tibetan dogs. God, I wish it was like frigid here. They're so cool. Tibetan Mastiff. What? If I lived in mountains, they are so sick. They're just so big and bear-like. It's really neat dog. I used to dog sit 2 Great Danes, and I would get, I think it was like $75 per visit. I had to go take them to the bathroom and all that. And sometimes the pile that they left was too big. I had to enlist help sometimes. Quite frankly, traumatizing. This, like, the piles are like the size of like a 2-tier chocolate cake. It was rough. Rough. Whoa, wait, your neighbor had a Sharpay or a... I hope they found theirs. Someone has a black fox out here and it got loose. But in an area where people might have mistaken it for something else. Oh, no way, it's Tibetan Mastiff. That's intense. Yeah, I never really hear about them here. I've just really seen pictures online. That's intense. I can't even conceptualize what they look like in real life. A lady at Hobby Lobby had a dog that, when I first looked at it, I thought it was a kid in a dog suit. It was really intense looking. God, it's brutally hot back here. That is intense. Tibetan Mastiff. Huge dogs. I bet it was a beast. Bear hunting does freaking look like bears. Let's see. I really want an Igor hat. I can't. I'm not going to. It's just. The dude is great. He really is. But it's just so fun. Because I thought he was saying simple man, but the hat says simple men. What a hat that would be. It just says simple men in gothic print. Bless his heart. But, I got too much of a kick out of that. And, really cool dude, though. I respect his life a lot. Wish I had water like that, fresh water to swim in. Because it is different. And I don't think, I mean, I've swam at Riverbend in Jupiter, and that's fresh water. But no, it's like brackish water. There's a manatee in it, so I have brackish water. And, but I've, like, wasn't in deep water. I want to swim in deep fresh water, like a spring. I want to see how different floating is and other things. The springs, I just never been to a spring, and we have so many here. I mean, the most freshwater springs in the world. I really enjoy that. Holy shit. Yeah, I can't imagine them in person. They look so fluffy in pictures, but obviously they're really, really intense. Like, where they originate is some of the most intense landscapes possible. And can't imagine what else lives up there that they contend with. Oh, I know. Oh, I can't say that. No. It's just, yeah. His name was Muddy. Muddy? Or Muttley? Muttley. That's a good dog name. Muttley. Church's original name was Sammy, and then he had another name before that. He went to quite a few people before he ended up next door to my parents. Within a year, because I think it was like about a year or two, maybe. No, not two. Like a year old. Irish coffee? Is that with like, well, Bailey's? A lot of the bars down here do Irish coffee and Jamaican coffee. I think Jamaican coffee is the one I'm thinking of, with rum and Tia Maria. I don't drink alcohol, but I want to be a bartender so bad. It's something I've always wanted to give a go. It looks fun as hell. I like making combinations of things, and time flies. It'd be fun. I really want to find a spot in Lake Worth so I could work at a bar for at least a few months. And it's like instant cash and networking. Put little business cards on the bar. Lake Worth, it's like 90% bars, 10% antique shops, and it's pretty much where all the locals are. One of those places you walk downtown and you run into pretty much everyone you know. It's still kind of like that, but it has changed a lot. It became... I always thought of Lake Worth as really nice, but people thought it was like, I don't know, paradise to me. Lake Worth is a small little coastal town here in Palm Beach County, and south of West Palm Beach and Palm Beach, and has the ocean and bridge, downtown area, historical houses, cottages, perfect sized houses, small houses. I like small houses. Easier to keep clean and organized. And they're really nice during storms. You hear the whole thing creaking like you're on like a Viking ship or something. I love that place dearly. As some of the original like Florida architecture, meaning little shotgun shacks, wood with the raised floor in the attic to kind of circulate air. It's always hot in Florida. And a lot of the frame stucco buildings and hollow tile, which I get the two confused sometimes, but both I really like. The Spanish style houses. Sometimes you could tell the hollow tile ones by the windows, because frame stucco, I forgot which one is which again. But the windows will be flush, on the outside flush, and sometimes the hollow tiles will be used in like decorative aspects, but I like both. I wish I remembered which one was flush windows. But a lot of those style houses I'm like weird. And deco. A lot of deco. CBS houses. Nice place. Should probably, I don't know what I should do. It's just so hot back here, so hard to concentrate. Sometimes it's the fan. I also was wondering if these offset hooks will be fine for streamers. They are offset. Regarding windows, yeah. So frame stucco and hollow tile, that's what usually the Spanish style or like Mediterranean style houses are. And if you look on, I think it's frame stucco. I guess that would be the flush one. If you look at the windows, they're flush against the outer wall and not, they don't go in like with the windowsill. Are lentils just on doors or on their windows too? Lentils are that like structural beam, I think. Can't remember. I used to be really into the houses and like real into them. I used to walk around just to look at specific houses and then look them up online. And then take pictures of them. Love the cottages. Is frame house? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. Because the hollow tiles are really big. And, more room, I guess, for the window. I don't know. But that's, like, the main, like, house materials there. And wood, of course, but... A friend of mine scored a bunch of Dade County pine and used a bunch of it, like, on the ceilings and interiors. And I think some in the outside area, too. And then the rest didn't waste a single scrap of it. It's insanely hard to find these days. And it just gets harder and harder as time goes on. And I was making a table. I wonder if they finished that. Block windows inside. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, a lot of those, because a lot of those will have like the little pathways and niches in the walls, and look excellent with bougainvillea. Like a white Spanish style house with bougainvillea. Yeah, I've seen it done before. If there's a house being worked on, I will watch it like it's a, oh, it reminds me, like a show or something, but it reminds me. They're building on 10th Avenue in Lake Worth, west of 95, condos, full wood. I'm not even kidding, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But, like, condos, all wood. All wood. Like, the structure itself, that all the like drywall it's gonna go on, all wood. There's not a single like even like drop of concrete or anything like that. I've never seen anything wood over 3 stories, and they're 5 stories, 5 or 6, and there's a few of them. I don't understand at all, but 100% wood. It's not. I don't know if that's a dumb thing or not. I think that's a bad idea. It's Florida. It's all wood. Condos are all wood. I could find them online. But it's like, because I've seen them built before plenty of times. It's Florida again. They put condos on every inch of like any property they deem good. But these are like, as soon as you see it, you're gonna be like, I've never seen that before. It's strange. Can be all wood. Ain't no way I'd be so pissed if I found out the condo I was living in was all wood. I love wood buildings, but they're huge. Huge. It looks so off. Well, I know the like the wood inside, like for your walls, like the interior walls, and like the outside, but like there's no concrete going in there or anything like that. I've never seen that before. At least I've never noticed it before. I'll just be damned, I guess. That's wild. There's still metal. Yeah, I didn't see anything like that. And like the majority of my dad's neighbors were talking about it. I didn't notice that until I heard people talking about it when we went over to Walmart. It's right next to Walmart. And, and like an army of them too. But fully wood. Like the shell of the building is also wood. And 6 floors? 5 or 6 floors. Can't remember the floors exactly. I did get a picture of it. Yeah, see, I expect like a mixture of materials, but like apparently not. Apparently it's just wood. I could try to look it up. What did you call that, construction site? Because I don't think I had that phone when I was there last. Construction. When was the last time I was there? I know I got a picture of it. July. I got a few pictures of Lake Worth. It didn't look right. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Ooh, I witnessed like a crime scene. There was blood all over the floor. I forgot about that. August. I'm gonna look up August real quick. I know I took a picture. Oh, there's that reel. I guess it's not like terribly large. It's just the biggest one I've ever seen in person. Okay, what comes before? So June. Yeah. Like everything's wood. It just didn't make sense to me, but maybe it is just the shell. I mean, I guess y'all are right, but it still looks weird to me. It just doesn't look like very... It's the only picture I got. Is that really just what it's like? Maybe just like, as we lived longer, it looks normal? Oh, shit. I mean, shite. Maybe I'm so used to like seeing the deco buildings where they are like all concrete. At least externally. Oh. Zip board. Oh, cool, sweet. Gonna learn something. Zip board. Oh. Yeah. That like no, it's not that. So what exactly is that? What is let's see. The eaves. Oh, is that how you spell that, eaves? Let me look that. Installation or exterior insulation finishing system. Oh, that's why when you knock on some of those buildings, they sound hollow. That's intense looking. Well, this is messed up. Water intrusion. Well, that's like the same like building kind of wall exterior as like the new Publix and like the newer buildings. Some of the strip malls are like straight solid concrete. Not strip malls, but like stores. A lot of the old deco buildings survive there. Good point. I don't live in a earthquake. I was trying to say evacuation for some reason, but I never think about that. I never think about that. See, I think of winds here, winds and hurricanes. That's really normal. But like it's all wood. Like even the that's normal. Are those like temporary balconies? Because even like those aren't. There's like metal on it, like little patchy things. But that's like all wood. That's like normal. Intense. Maybe I'm just like not giving wood the credit it deserves, even though I know wood is pretty dang magical. Yeah, Japan, but they're like Tesla technology in themselves. So that's really. We're talking so much shit about this building. Every time I passed it, I was just like, what is that? I guess I've never seen that stage before. Because I've seen, like, buildings be erected, and it's always, like, concrete and steel everywhere. And it's really fun to climb. And, or, like, explore. But that just looks so different, huh? Oops. You definitely learn something new every day. Yeah, Haiti's not doing good right now. My friend lives there, and that's what happened after the earthquake. Everything is just still crumbled in this area. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I have a picture, or got a picture of it, because I've been thinking about that for a while. Like, everything's what that's really, the whole thing, that's normal. Like, even the connecting things being wood. And is it normal, or is it common, or is it both? And it's just so wood and so tall. Very interesting, though. What about termites and stuff like that? Or is it all just interesting? Let me smoke pot. That's normal. I just like pouring coffee looking at it. Oh, true. So, like the connecting hallways, wood. Balconies, wood. Everything is wood, that's normal. I guess like I just never seen that. I'm so stuck on it. Huh. I can't wait to see what they look like now. I'm sure they're all done. They build things quick these days. Well, it might just be time like going by a little faster than it ever seemed to before. The materials make the difference. Yeah. I don't know why. I just can't get past that seemingly. I wonder if offset. I haven't really seen any offsets used. I'm just gonna stick to these. Ooh. My wake up light throws me off for the rest of the day. No copper. I gotta open that hypo cement because the eyes won't budge at all, even if I'm putting them on something that's not going to be coated with anything. concrete slurry. And that's structurally like I for hurricane. That's intense. I mean, wood is pretty good. But I don't know why. I still, like, I feel like if I lived there, that's all I would think about. But I guess under everything there's wood anyway. Ooh. Well, next time I'm there, I'll be sure to get pictures of its current state. See how they finished it. Just trying to make a hump. Two aughts. Mustang. These guys. I am making a list of other hook sizes to get. And, shank lengths. Oh, I have some of these gloves. I didn't think about that. I don't think the circle hooks, I haven't seen anything made with circle hooks or bait catchers. We'll save those for just proper bait. But these have round shanks, these Aberdeen hooks. They're quite thin, but maybe they'll be ideal for out here. Nice long shank for, I guess, woolly grouper or bend backs. I don't know. Do that next. Make a little something, oops, shite, for out here. Definitely gotta make more for the bass. I really want to see a peacock in person. Both the fish and the bird. High Ridge in Lantana has a ton of wild peacocks. Pretty consecutively. All of my found peacock feathers are from there. My friend's uncle, wait, what? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. Eventually, I'm gonna have the camera pointing at the vise. Just, it is very hot. My face is very sweaty. Well, that sounded gross, but yeah, it's a little hot back here. And pretty much in here all day, just fiddling with stuff. Still haven't sold the angel. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, hang it or something. Maybe put the globe elsewhere. That is intense. Just, guess I'll just embrace that building from now on. These are some of the worst hackle feathers that I've seen, to be kind of an arse about it. Got these from a fly tying shop on Amazon, like a storefront. And the crafting ones are much better. And were much cheaper. I did get these on sale, lightning sale. They went from, I think, $8 to $5. And it says, I think, 100 or something. little difficult. Let me get some of this stuff off. Little feather. Yeah, it's just difficult to, and they're so thick. Maybe I'll just be a little bit more strategic in choosing them, because the mid-rib is real thick on these, and it makes it difficult to hold them and get them on there, and they're very, I don't know, very unpredictable, which I understand. They're natural, like, materials, so it's gonna be like that anyway. Ooh, there's some like slender, nice ones hidden in there. Oh, you know what? I want to keep that. That's for soft tackle. That one is, this one too. Alright, now we're getting sidetracked. There's some, they're all so different. It's so thick. Really. I want to add more, but I get to 4 and they have so much bulk. I think I'm gonna spend some time organizing these actually. So then I'll be able to. So ideally I'd have about 6 on there, but with these feathers I get to about 4 and it gets so bulky. So I cut at that. And the bucktail is pretty sparse on these. They'll be nice and thick when I mean, that's gonna be lovely. I think that's gonna be lovely. But could really go either way. And I do want to add more though, because I really want that. They look so nice under the water, and a lot of the patterns show it. They have like little tanks with water pushing to show the movements and action. That part is so thick. It's thicker than the hook. These ones are nice and long, but I have to find the shop again because I am still in like practice mode. But I could really, yeah. And there's a bunch of different like variations to the deceivers too. They go a bunch of different directions. Hair's falling out. But I think hunger hit me too, and it's making me not capable of focusing much. And let's see. I feel safe. They have no light. Well, you're looking at my. I'm having the time of my life though. I have good fun on this planet. I think best planet I've ever been to. I mean, I guess pretty content, but these ones look nice. I wonder if I could find a video that's like, what makes a good hackle tail feather? This has a lot of fluff compared to the other ones, which do, but it's further down. And the midribs are so thick I could hardly hold them all at once. I'm just gonna cut soon as the... Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Huh, the tip of that one's broken off. No. I think I'm gonna try to add. Dip in water. Easier to. That's why I always have feathers in my coffee. I think that is. Ooh, yeah. Hitting that is horrible. Feeling, sounding, looking. Try not to have all the mid-ribs ending at the same spot because they're really bulky. Waterfall. Okay. I'll figure out a way to have the phone trying to look up the phone closer. I'm gonna lose a bunch of these. So many more than it looks like they're. Flash. Savior of the universe. Is it Savior of the universe? Oop. At least I'm getting the order mentally down. See it? Those feathers just have so much bulk that makes it a little bumpy. Bumpier than, like, I suppose if I had my way, I would prefer that little straighten out one. Glow in the dark crystal. Pearl. I don't think this is but nice. Pearl flush. I do have a few UV reactive ones. Where's the light? So not like UV reactive. There it is though. The pink one is super bright, and I have UV pearl dubbing, which wouldn't really help here, I guess, but. Oh, it is 12. Good morning. Yeah, unfortunately I could stay at this desk for eternity. I probably should eat. I don't know what. I do miss eggs, so I gotta make a list too. I used to be a lady who sold eggs down the street, but it's been a minute. The grizzly with it, it's just it's one of the most exciting things to see this color combination right in front of me, not just in books. Got it. Alright. Yeah, hunger hit me like a brick. I could hear my own silence. Oh, no. Just go back. Bring it down a little bit. Down more still. Okay, good. There. Okay. Really stoked on this. Probably should not have cut the feather fibers that short, because now I got all these little ones poking out. Just grab the long one. Oh wow. Yeah, I've seen the powder paint on videos. It looks so satisfying. So do you have to coat? I guess that's probably a dumb question. Do you have to coat it with something and then dip it in the powder? And if so, what do you coat it with? Because just watching videos is kind of like magic. That child is... Al Bundy. That sounds familiar. Oh my god, Married with Children. I grew up on that show. My mom vaguely resembles Peg Bundy, I will be real. This one feather sits a little lower than I'd like, but can't do much about that. I'm gonna just go back, but that sounds like hell. I really liked MASH. Still do. Play that. It's the only song I know on harmonica is the theme song of MASH. Or not harmonica, ukulele. It's a really dark song, but it was made by like the producer's son or something like that. This time I'm gonna go around for ass backwards. Just need my hand in that position. Okay. Commit. I just want to get under it. Under all if I can. Oh, goody. Ow, shit. I'm just gonna trim. Ooh. Did not mean to get that all over the place. Okay. Yeah, next time I'll do facing this. Well, I could do two cameras. I realized I could use both. Yeah. Oh, okay. Heat up the lead with a heat gun for a few seconds. Whoa. Whoa, I did not think heat was gonna be the answer there. That's really sick. I got some model paint. I was gonna try to paint some of the like I guess lead jig heads, the ones that don't have color on it, but it's the same color paint as the pre-painted ones. So I figured just use those. But yeah, I didn't think heat was gonna. That powder looks really satisfying to use. What next? Oh yeah. God, I can't. Gotta find a bucktail connect. This is intense. Makes. I wonder what animals are totally white. Maybe I'll search for their tails. Jeez. I feel like Cruella de Vil. Very. They just poke right out. Definitely gotta get a little better at that. So oh. Yeah, I am pretty much sleepwalking at this point. I have like caffeinated, but just way too excited for to have all the bricks needed for the building. Oh, ow. Cool. I just need the chartreuse. I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to cement them. I'll wait until fresh energy. Let's find a consistent spot. Ready? Bam! Almost done. That's nice. Gotta remember to close this glue. It slipped out. Oh my god, my heart dropped. Tension is so important. And losing it usually means your stuff is gonna have it. Get these little oh, got quiet in here. Whoops, my bad. Well, on that note, I am going to eat and see what's up and go to sleep. listen to some Mason Jennings. I think it's a good. What? Really like folk music in the fall. One more. I'm not gonna mess up this time. Yes, I am. It's amazing. It was all motor functions. What am I gonna put? Like a piece of silicone in this box here. And I'll cement it tomorrow. Good morning. There's another little deceiver. And when it dries, it'll be nice and poofy. So I got 3 of these. This one, less sparseness, so, but still, oh, nice productive evening. So, got 3 of these dudes, gonna test them and try to get some pictures of them underwater. And 3 of the simple no grizzly, but a nice cute little bait fish. I cannot wait to see how they look underwater, then I'll know what to tweak on them. Okay, I'm out of it. Anyway, that means a lot. Green butt skunks. Very surreal. I feel like for once in my life I'm like where I'm supposed to be or something. I don't know. Full circle though, and really just happy to be here and use my my crafting for something that catches fish is just wild, because I really just like making stuff. But yeah, thanks. Let's see. Ewos? Yeah, that's why I'm so surprised, like, especially, like, my generation before, like, how big is it sensitive when we were raised off South Park? Like, what? This is wild. Ewos. I'll have to remember. This sucks that it takes 24 hours for the comments to load, because I like scrolling through them so I can write down the things that like that y'all recommend and stuff like that, but I have to wait for them to catch up and upload. Yeah, but good night. Happy trails. I got to probably go walk a dog or something. Well, they're pretty quiet up there, so probably not. Don't want to cause any chaos. And they get so excited now. Well, at least I think they do. But you know, I always kind of wanted a dog that, like, when you say walk, they lose their mind. So you have to say like the W word, but they didn't really associate. I let Lucy take me for a walk because she's really adventurous, and like, she has places she wants to go clearly but can't unless, like, she's tethered to a human, so can't just wander the streets. But anyway, happy trails. Have a beautiful night, and if anybody has any recommendations, please feel free. If anything, I could try to tie them down. And yeah, have a good night. Good night, Ews. Good night, Green Butt Skunk. Good night, Fierce Scythe. And have a beautiful night. And Anne's not here, but good night, Anne. And happy trails. Must be like 5 in the morning in Ireland right now.